In this chapter, we'll demonstrate chopping of parsley. First, we'll take the parsley. You want to make sure that the parsley is clean, free of debris and dirt. It's very easy to get dirt into your final product, so it's very important that you wash your parsley under clean, running water or in a nice ice bath. What I like to do first, in order to remove as much stem as possible from the parsley, is to gather the parsley and pull it together like a little bouquet. This will guarantee that you have the majority of the parsley and very little of the stem. As you can see, we're slowly developing a little bouquet here. It's an extra step, but it guarantees the right results. As you're picking, you want to identify any product that's of poor quality. If you see any yellow pieces, you want to make sure that you remove them. Make sure you keep a nice tight grip on the base of the stems. And slowly continue to build you a bouquet. Now, once you get to a point where you have something that's manageable, you want to make sure that you got the stems as close to the base of the parsley as possible. You want to make sure that you hold it really, really tight. Lay out nice and flat onto the cutting board so that you can see where the parsley stems stop and where the parsley begin. At this point here, you want to cut just where the parsley begins. And these pieces can be used for stocks and for other items. With your hand in place, still keeping a tight grip onto the parsley, we want to do something of a chiffonade. Nice, fine cuts. As you can see, I'm making my cuts very, very tight, very, very close, taking my time and cutting the parsley as fine as I can. Stop, regroup, rebundle, continue to cut. If you're getting too close, stop. You'd rather stop than to go too close and injure yourself. Once you get to that point there, clean your knife, rotate the product around, and now chiffonade once more. Really get it together in a nice bundle. Gather it, keep it in a nice bundle, and continue to make nice, short, crisp cuts. As you can see, I'm cutting with the top half of my knife, trying to avoid the bottom half of the knife. And as you can see here, you're halfway there. In just a few minutes, you're already halfway there. So now what you want to do, gather the parsley together, and now we just want to chop. You want to chop until the mound is nice and flat with a nice rocking motion, nice grip on the knife, 2 to 3 fingers on the top end of the blade, gently pressing against the top end of the blade while the right hand or the base end is doing the majority of the work. Once you get to this point here where the parsley is spread out, you want to take your bench scraper, make sure it's dry, clear off your blade, and regroup. Once again, develop a nice little log. Knife in hand, 2 to 3 fingers, and just chop. Up and down, chopping. As you're chopping, you're looking for any pieces that's large. Rotate your blade around and just continue to chop. You really want to chop consistently for a solid 3 to 4 minutes to have the quality and the look that you're shooting for. And as you can see here, our product is quite fine, but yet not fine enough. Just want to look through, make sure you don't have any visible stems. Collect the parsley once more. And continue to chop. Be mindful to keep the thumb back, keep control of the tip of the knife. Don't apply too much pressure, but enough pressure to keep the blade steady. It's important that your knife is sharp. A dull knife will smash the parsley and not chop the parsley. And now we have our finished product. The next step, you're going to need cheesecloth, which is folded. We're going to place this over a container, make a little well. We want to gather our parsley into the middle. The purpose of the cheesecloth is small enough to hold the parsley, but yet fine enough to release any debris, any chlorophyll that we want to release from the parsley. It's very important at this point here that we run the parsley under running cold water until the water runs completely clean and clear. This will guarantee that none of the chlorophyll is released in your final product. You have a clean, nice, precise garnish for any dish or any plate. I'm going to run this under some water. Now that our finished product is nice and clean, we ran it under some cold water. The water ran clean. It takes about 1 to 2 minutes under running water to get nice, clean, clear parsley. We took the same cheesecloth and we squeezed it very, very tight and squeezed out as much of the chlorophyll and water as possible. First thing we want to do before we present our parsley, we want to make sure that the table, the cutting board is nice and neat and clean. You always want to sanitize your station at all times. You just want to make sure that everything is wiped down. Blades, and then in the trash. Now our final product. As you can see here, nice green, fine parsley. Very, very fine. Can be used for garnishes, herb blends, and finishing of dishes.